The sunrise was barely in sight as I paced on the sidewalk. Trees spread throughout the neighborhood, trying to block the smallest amount of light from reaching me. I wasn't focused on that, however, as I was trying to find my house, though I felt quite unsure to where it was. After a while, I found myself running, but I don't remember being in a rush. Through the trees, I finally spotted my house. Smiling, I ran towards it, still not out of breath. Without thought, I picked up a rock and threw it at the back door's window. That's when I realized I wasn't me. I sat up in my bed, hearing glass shatter hitting the ground downstairs. I froze, unable to talk or move. That wasn't a dream! My thoughts started searching for a reason why this was happening, or even what was happening. I quietly climbed out of my bed, lightly putting my feet on the ground so my floor didn't creak. I looked to the right at the corner of my room where Lefty was charging, and on my desk, Helpy was on low battery mode, sleeping. Guess I'm doing this myself, I whispered under my breath. I crept towards the door, which was to the left, as I heard things being tossed around downstairs, and the person downstairs running room to room. As I entered the hallway, the floor started to creak. Crap! How the hell am I going to leave? I looked around and quickly hearing the figure getting closer, nearly at the stairs. I dashed towards the bathroom, locking it as I closed the door. The figure bolted up the stairs, hitting the wall as it did. I crawled to the other side of the bathroom, huddled in the corner. What do I do? I thought in a panic. I heard a voice in my room. I know you're up here. I jumped at hearing this voice. It was a girl's voice. In fact, it was my voice, just less sane. Her laugh made my stomach twist. It sounded just like mine. I heard her scavenging around my room, either destroying or throwing my stuff around. I stood up shaking. I either run for it or climb out the window. I looked around the bathroom, then caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror. Without saying anything, you could tell I was terrified. My eyes that were baby blue had turned into a gray. I was even tearing up as a shiver ran up my spine. I was still wearing my light blue hoodie with my gray sweatpants. My blonde hair was put up into two messy ponytails since I hadn't brushed it yet. I didn't even have my bow or bandana, like a normal day. Even though I felt and looked like trash, I couldn't change that because I am all too terrified and focused on trying to leave. Looking good is the least of my worries. I could die, but I don't even know who's out there. I only know they have my voice and broke in. I broke out of thought as she began banging on the door.
I can hear you, see you, and always find you. So how are you going to escape? 'Cause it's not that hard to get inside there. Her laugh took an insane toll, as if this was all just a joke. I froze, now feeling trapped. I was the prey and she was the predator. I turned to a small window high above the toilet. It was barely big enough to crawl through. I opened the window, then realized that there was no sound coming from the other side of the door. I turned and looked back, right as a knife started chopping through the wood. I nearly fell off the toilet seat from jumping. As I jumped through the window, the girl kicked the door in and screamed, "I will find you! I always do!" Her scream sounded unhuman. Her vocal cords should have burst. As I hopped off of the roof, I rolled onto the grass, now looking up. I saw the girl who had stolen my voice standing there in the window smiling. What I saw caused me to nearly have a panic attack. I had so many thoughts and feelings. I sprang up shaking. I was timid, yet that only made me flee quicker. I ran and ran, never looking back. Once I got out of the neighborhood, I stopped running, now gasping for breath. How was that possible? How did she? I need to get to Terrence's place. The image of the blonde-haired, gray-eyed girl standing at the window appeared in my mind. She took my appearance. I gulped, getting ready to run again. The sun had come out, gleaming on everything. I slightly smiled to myself, looking around. Maybe this is a joke or something. I didn't believe my own words, so I started to jog, trying to calm myself down. I still had this agonizing dread feeling in my chest, like my insides were becoming outsides. My head spinned, but I continued jogging. The drive to Terrence's house was going to take around 10 minutes from where I was at the moment, so I started getting really paranoid throughout it.
Soon I realized I should just walk into town. I mean, there's people and buildings, so I just walked into the nearest place, IHOP. It looked pretty busy, so maybe I could just hide in the crowd or at least be around people. Well, it's around brunch time anyway, so I'll go in unnoticed. I made my way to a booth and sat down. I stared out the window, ready to jump up and run. I felt quite relieved that I had lost my evil counterpart, and now my heart had stopped pumping, out of my chest at least. Everything was settled. A high-pitched voice of a woman caught my attention and made me jump. I turned to see my server. She had long black hair and wore all black and white clothes. She repeated,
Miss, are you okay?
"Yeah, I'm just in a rush, so I'm a little uptight." She must have seen me jump. I'm sure I still look panicked.
Just an off day. Anyways, I'm Mary. What'd you like to drink?
A coffee, please. And actually, that would be all. So, would you just bring me the bill sheet after?
Yeah, of course.
She smiled, but before turning away, she seemed to study me. Or she was trying to figure out what was wrong. Either way, she walked away, clearly not going to death for what was wrong. I laid back, resting my eyes, now completely worn out from stress. I'll get her. She really doesn't seem to understand. No matter what, I'll find her. I smiled, running through all the trees. My knife slashed every single one as I passed, leaving a deep mark throughout all the trunks. I jumped over all the rocks and sticks on the ground. The breeze felt amazing. I laughed. After all, I can see through your eyes, Abby. I jumped up in my booth, my heart pounding. Mary was standing there holding my coffee and bill. She looked a little panicked herself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
She said softly. I sighed, smiling. No, it's fine. I'm just really jumpy right now. But what's my bill? Mary handed me the small paper, also putting down the cup of coffee. I took the bill, then reached into my pocket and grabbed $3. I set the money and the bill on the table, then grabbed another $5 and handed it to Mary. She seemed to be staring out the window, dozing off. Thanks for the coffee. I tried to end the awkward silence, though Mary still seemed to be out of it. She took the tip and the bill with the money and replied,
Oh, you're welcome, Ab.
She didn't finish, quickly turning around and walking away from the booth. How does she know my name? I thought to myself. Then I grabbed my coffee and looked down at it. I don't even like coffee. I laid back looking around, still shaky. Where's that forest? Maybe I'm just having nightmares of hallucinations, if that's possible, so maybe that forest doesn't exist. I was silent, waiting, listening. I saw Mary go through the back exit door with the trash bags. Why does she seem to know me? I closed my eyes, thinking, how does something like this happen? Should I leave for Terrence's house now? She'll still find me. I grew restless, and anxiety started to hit me. The forest started ending, and there was the restaurant. I saw a back exit door and ran for it. My smile widened.